it's kind of weird to me that I have to talk about within, I don't know, 5 months or 4 months, the RCA Studio II esoteric system twice. So we talked about it originally, Ian and I, with the RCA Studio II, when an auction came up and a very rare bingo cartridge was found in an auction. And I think there wasn't really one found to that point. And it had bingo pieces, and the RCA Studio II can only do very simple games to begin with. So I guess people want to do bingo on the RCA Studio II. That's fine, but it was never, I guess there wasn't any good copies of it out there. But now another rare cartridge has been found. And I learned of this via a guy named Daniel who saw the Atari Age thread. And Atari Age is basically what this podcast has become for the most part. Every other podcast is an Atari Age topic at this point. But Daniel sent me a note saying, more Studio 2 news. A different, extremely rare Studio 2 cartridge has turned up on eBay. This time it's the demonstration cartridge. This cart is one of 2 carts that have yet to be dumped. It's also a cartridge that no one seems to know what it does. So currently we're hoping the guy selling it helps us get it dumped, or whoever buys it is part of the preservation community. Unfortunately, one person bidding on it is known to be an, in quotes, ass, and ransom stuff or just holds it and not do anything with it. Well, wow, I never talked about that before in the podcast, with people holding prototypes for ransom because they're fucking assholes. Anyway, he didn't say that. I said that. If it does get dumped, the only other, in quotes, grail and missing cartridge in the RCA Studio II library, where no known photo either exists, is the diagnostics cartridge. However, some information on what it did is known. So this is great news for preservation. I love that stuff like this still gets found, even for a more obscure, primitive system like the RCA Studio II, which really doesn't have much of a claim to fame. It's ugly, doesn't have detachable controllers, very simple, black and white system. So this auction currently on January 3rd, where I'm recording this, is for a system and 5 games, and not even a power adapter, just the RCA Studio II TV selector switch. It's at $486 with 3 days left. It includes blackjack, space war, baseball, and tennis/squash. Which I think all games I have. I think I probably have 2 or 3 copies of tennis/squash. It's like the common game. And then there is the demonstration cartridge. RCA Studio II has the stock number on it, and it has home TV programmer on it. So people on Atari are excited because this isn't something that they've seen before come up. They're also excited for another reason. If you remember from the bingo game topic, that was found in the Philadelphia area, where the RCA Studio II was manufactured. That's where RCA's headquarters was for this. So it made sense. This is being auctioned off, though, in Fargo, North Dakota, across the country. And if you go to the Atari Age forum, you get more information about where this originally came from. By the way, it's funny because people are saying, don't everyone bid on this. There's one person saying, don't bid on this. I'm going to contact the seller so we can get this cartridge dumped and preserved. Hold off on bidding. So they're trying to make sure that they can get this preserved, which is great. So what's interesting is that the seller confirmed, this is from Blazing Lasers posting on Atari Age, and then the seller came in to the thread as well to confirm this. The seller confirmed that his parents purchased the system games and demonstration cart new back in 1977 from a hardware store in Cavalier, North Dakota. So that's to everyone insane, just because to not have it out of the same Philly area and South Jersey where this other RCA Studio II stuff is being found means that this was getting around nationwide, but probably just means also that for whatever reason this store out in the middle of nowhere, North Dakota, was sent a demonstration cart for the Studio II. So to me, that's just fascinating as well on the surface. That's what happened. And the person came along here and confirmed that, yes, this is mine. So I'm hoping that this can get dumped. People on Atari Age are saying that I will send you the tool to dump this. I will send you instructions. Please preserve the ROM before some nefarious asshole might, I'm paraphrasing, but before someone else can get this cartridge and hold it ransom and just put it in their collection forever. And it's because they're fucking better than we are, or think they're superior because they own something no one else does. Okay, so the person posted that owns this. Hello, Studio 2 community. I've been asked by one of your members to post on here. I'm the person with the demo cart for sale on eBay. Being new to this, I had no idea the value or significance of the cartridge I have for sale. It's funny because it says, I don't understand why this is so important. Imagine if you have nothing to do with video game collecting or preservation and you have something that you've had for 40 years now, literally, and you're like, I'm just selling this crappy cartridge, and all of a sudden it's up to $500. Like, whoa, what's going on? Now you're asked to post on a freaking video game forum. And you probably don't know what's going on either. The quick backstory, the person said, is that my parents bought this unit with the 4 games in the demo cartridge at a hardware store in Cavalier, North Dakota. And talking with my father tonight, he seems to recall that the store was going out of business. We've had it in our family ever since then in 1977. So this is going to shoot up more. I'm hoping that even if this sells, the person will get it dumped beforehand if it's not being sold to someone that wants to dump it. Because again, this is the first example we have of this. At least that I know about. I'm not an RCA Studio II expert, so don't nail me to the freaking cross if I'm wrong on this out there. But I'm always excited for stuff like this because I'm starting to move towards myself more from collecting the preservation and wanting to get more behind that as well and associate with more people like that. Because once you have all this crap, that's fine. Now we've done something with it, but let's preserve it for history besides gathering it in. So let's see where this auction ends up. I won't put a bid on it. You shouldn't either. Mail releases after the auction's over, so there's not some asshole that'll watch this on YouTube and bid it up to $3,000 and hold on to it, But this is a good day for video game history in general, even for the RCA, the lowly. I say that with love, the lowly RCA Studio II game being preserved that wasn't there before. It's still good news.